Good morning, students. We are going to see adverbs and degrees of comparison. Adverbs, all of you know that they modify verb or adverb or adjective. As adjectives are there to modify nouns or pronouns, adverbs are used to modify verb, adverb or adjective. Here we have examples. Sneha walked briskly on the garden path. The Millennium Park is quite nice for outings. Richa sang rather melodiously at the party. So here in these three sentences, we have three different adverbs which modify three different things. In the first sentence, briskly is an adverb which is modifying the verb walked. In the second sentence, quite is the adverb which modifies the adjective nice. And in the third sentence, melodiously is the adverb which modifies another adverb, that is melodiously. Now, here we have been given the exercise to identify the adverb. In the first sentence we have quickly, in the second we have angrily, in the third we have rarely, in the fourth we have quiet, in the fifth we have happily, in the sixth very, in seventh faster, in eighth loudly. So all these are the adverbs used in all these sentences. Now we will see the kinds of adverbs. Adverbs of manner, place, time, degree, frequency, relative adverbs, interrogative adverbs, exclamatory adverbs, and adverbs of affirmation or negation. Sometimes an adverb is also used to modify not only one word but the whole sentence. Fortunately, he was not punished by the teacher. Luckily, he escaped from the raging fire. Now, one by one, we'll see all the adverbs. Adverbs of manner. They tell us about the manner of any action, how something is taking place. The acrobat jumped carefully. Rohan carved the piece of wood skillfully. Janvi writes beautifully. Harshit speaks nicely. So here we have these words, all these: sweetly, nicely, whatever, fast, slowly. All these adverbs help us to know how something is happening. So it always answers the question how. Now, it is given that an adverb of manner is usually placed after the verb. You have to keep in mind, okay, that whenever we use adverb of manner, usually they are after the verb used in the sentence. The stream flowed rapidly. If a sentence has a direct object, direct and indirect object we have talked about when we were doing this transitive and intransitive. So direct object means any non-living thing which is mentioned in the sentence. So in the first sentence, Nisha, the stream flowed rapidly, we don't have any object. But in the second sentence, the chef sliced the cucumber carefully. So here we have an object. So that object has been kept between the verb and the adverb. And this is always true, this is always correct, that we have to use adverb after the verb if we are using any adverb of manner. If there is an auxiliary verb also I have told all of you, they are be, do and have. In the sentence, the adverb can be placed between the main verb and the auxiliary verb. Nisha is carefully driving her car. Sonia was excitedly watching the match. However, you can also put these two adverbs at the end of the sentence. Nisha is driving her car carefully, or Sonia was watching the match excitedly. But like this also you can use, and you can also use them at the end of the sentence. Then we have adverb of place. Adverb of place tells us about the place where something has happened, where the action takes place. Adverbs of place tell us where or at what place action took place. The teacher looked for Meena everywhere. Okay, I was searching for you everywhere. I have seen him somewhere. So all these words, somewhere, nowhere, here, there, upstairs, downstairs, all these words are adverbs of place. Just keep in mind, for adverb of place you cannot use words like at school, in the garden, in the kitchen, whatever. Like these things will not be used as adverbs. They are also telling us about the place of action, but they are not adverbs because all of you know that they are nouns. The name of anything or place is called noun. So you will never use those words as nouns. Okay. Then we have inside, outside, there, nowhere, anywhere, upstairs, downstairs, away, in, out, and so on. Adverbs of place like behind, around, across, along also act as prepositions. There are certain words which also act like prepositions and also as adverb of place. Now, this exercise B. He always praises her. Always is modifying the verb. So here in the bracket it is a given verb. In the second sentence, she rode the bike slowly. You will circle slowly and you will write the word here. Ride or rode is verb, so verb. The incident was rather unfortunate. Unfortunate is an adjective, so in the blank you will write adjective and you will circle rather. The moon had already risen in the evening sky. Risen is verb, so in the blank you will write verb and you will circle the word already. The children are extremely excited about the excursion. You will never think that excited is verb because we have talked about non-finites and excited is adjective. So in the blank you will write adjective and you will circle the extremely, the word as extremely. Then all these questions, adverb place you have to write, adverb manner you have to write. So you have to identify which of these can be used in these places which are marked here. This outside and out you can use interchangeably. Then adverbs of time. As you know, as the name itself tells us that it will talk about the time of an action when something is taking place. It will answer the question when. Okay. So all of these early, late, soon, tomorrow, today, now, then, till, later, afterwards, recently, nowadays, all of these words, whichever refer to the point of time. Okay, they will be adverbs of time. Again, like adverb of place, you will not use on Monday, in December, at 8 o'clock. You will not use all these words because they are not adverbs, they are nouns. Then, other adverb phrases are by now, till today. Here, at once, till now, and till tomorrow are adverb phrases of time. In the previous chapters, I think in phrases, you must have been taught this adverb phrases, noun phrases, adverb phrases. So, when we have in a phrase, we have a adverb, then we call it adverb phrases. So, till tomorrow, till now, at once, all these are phrases because they are two words and there is no subject or verb. Then we have recently, I spoke to her recently, about the position of the adverb of time. It is shown here that you can either use them in the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. In both the ways, it will be correct. Sometimes adverbs of time can be used in the middle after the first auxiliary verb. He will soon be given a trophy. She will now be called to the office. Okay, so in this way also we can use adverbs of time. Now adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree are used to express the intensity of something. Okay, any action. And they are placed before the adjective or adverb. The story was very scary. She is quite fast in calculating sums. The cuckoo sings very sweetly. Here all these words which are in bold, very, quite, all these are adverbs of degree because they tell us how much. They answer the question, how much. The story was very scary. Scary is adjective and very is adverb of degree. Fast is adverb and quite modifies fast. How fast? Quite fast. The cuckoo sings very sweetly. Sweetly is adverb in itself and then we add very to it and it shows us how sweetly. Very sweetly. So all these words and then we have, see here in next page, other adverbs of degree are enough, fairly, almost, extremely, nearly, only, too, hardly. For example, it's too cold to drink. For example, water is too cold to drink. She was extremely happy. Happy is adjective and extremely is telling us the intensity of her happiness. So, she was extremely happy. He was almost there. There is again adverb of place. Then we have enough. Are you intelligent enough to complete your task? Like that. Then we have adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency indicate how often an action takes place and answer the question how often. Like how many times something. I brush my teeth twice a day. For example, twice a day. So in the morning also and at night also I brush my teeth. So this word twice is adverb of frequency. He rarely visits the museum. Rita often helps her mother in the garden. So these words also rarely, often, usually, seldom, every time, sometimes, once, twice, thrice, all these words are adverbs of frequency. Okay. Then we have relative adverbs. Relative adverbs and interrogative adverbs. These two types of adverbs are there, which are, the words are same, the examples will be same. Where, when, wherever, but like not wherever, when, where, these words. And then we have the use of these are different. Okay. In relative adverbs, these words where, when, whenever, these words will be used to relate to things. See the first example. I cannot find the house where my aunt lived earlier. She cannot recollect when she booked the gas refill. They are used to relate to things. Then we have and here we have interrogative adverbs, which are used to ask questions. So the same words are here: where, when, how well, how often. All these are used to ask questions. And in this adverb, relative adverb, they are words like where, when and why and so on. They modify a word and refer back to a thing or person that the pronoun refers to. The function as adverbs and as conjunctions also. They also behave like conjunctions. They also function like the conjunctions. Here you have been given, separate the following adverbs and write them in the different columns. Adverbs of time, you have to write, you have to just search for them in the group of words. You have to identify them and you have to write them in all these columns. Adverbs of time, it will be today, then it will be whenever, where and whenever they will be. Where can be in adverb of interrogative adverb also, but here we have relative adverbs. So where and whenever, they will come in relative adverbs. Quickly, then fast, then completely, all these come in adverbs of manner. Then usually will be there in the adverb of frequency. Then totally will be in adverb of degree. Then once, adverbs of time. Quickly, then upstairs, adverb of place. Late, adverb of time. Like this you have to identify them and write them. There was bright sunshine. Use appropriate adverbs or adverb phrases to fill in the blanks in the sentences below. There was bright sunshine outside. The match will soon be over. They visit their hometown twice a year. The car suddenly met with an accident, or unfortunately, maybe suddenly also you can write. Grandma remembers her earlier days often. She was young, not often, when she was young and energetic. Grandma remembers her earlier days when she was young and energetic. The girl answered the teacher as she was not sure of the answer, hesitantly. Okay. Sheena replied very loudly because there was noise in the room. The cucumber was perfectly sliced. You can write that. The boat sailed smoothly because of the direction of the faint, smoothly or roughly. The man had gone dash and was not to be found. The man had gone somewhere and was not to be found. The food was dash prepared by my mother as she enjoys cooking for my friends. Food was almost prepared, you can write. Stars are clearly visible these days. Stars are not visible these days. The exhibition is on. Okay. The exhibition is on. Maybe some date you can write. The thief must have been caught by now or then. Must have been caught now. Yes, now you can write. Then we have interrogative. Interrogative we have seen already. Then we have exclamatory. How beautifully she danced. What a lovely view. Then adverbs of affirmation and negation. She will definitely come. She is not willing to go. Here in the first sentence it is affirmation because we are sure something is going to happen. And in the second sentence she is not willing to go. When we are using not, that means we are negating something. It is negation of something. Now here, why are you upset today? Why was the plan? How was the plan changed? Or when was the plan changed? How did you find your lost bangle? When was the match today? Who discovered America many centuries ago? Like that. Adverbs of manner are placed after the verb if it is transitive and after the object if it is a transitive verb. Okay, so adverbs of manner, as we have seen in the very first example, in the beginning of the chapter, the man laughed heartily, because laughing is intransitive verb, so we are just putting this adverb just after the verb. But she wrote the letter hurriedly, so we are placing this hurriedly at the end of the sentence. Okay, for now this is over. In the next video or maybe tomorrow we will talk about other parts of this chapter.